Today is June 19th, and to most of you, just a normal day. But to me, and so many other people in the world, today is very special and very important to us. Today is World Sickle Cell Day, a day designated around the world for people to be educated, empowered, and to raise awareness about sickle cell anemia. Now, if you look at me, you would never know that I have it unless you personally know me, because I'm just like you. I'm a normal person, except on the inside I'm fighting a disease that's near impossible for anyone to ever know that you have. I'm gonna cry. Having sickle cell has made me love my life and hate it at the same time. From the doctors and the nurses who are uneducated and who treat us like we're drug patients instead of humans, who treat us as if we are just looking for a fix when we tell them what kind of pain medicine we want when we go to the emergency room, to the stares that I get from people when I'm crying in pain hysterically because I've just had enough and I can't deal with it anymore, to the things people have said about me when I was little. Yeah. I was called a freak, the sick kid, social outcast, the loner. And not just by children, by adults too. You see, when I was younger, sickle cell wasn't well known. I was the only person in all of my schools, I think, to have it. And when I was younger, in elementary school, the parents told their kids not to play with that girl because she has a disease and you might catch it. Well, here's to those parents who obviously weren't educated, and if you would have took time to question instead of just automatically judging, you would know you can't catch sickle cell, stupid. You have to be born with it. I got it from my parents. That's the only way you can get it. You can't get it through sex, hugging, kissing, or touching another human. So just get that out your head right now. Because of sickle cell, I've had to make a lot of life-altering decisions. Because of sickle cell, I could never have kids. Never. And you're probably thinking, well, technology has come a long way, so don't ever say never. I say never, because I was told at the age of 11 that I'd never be able to have children because there's no guarantee that me, my child, or both of us would make it through the carrying of the birth process and the actual delivery. And even if there was a guarantee, I still wouldn't do it because I couldn't run the risk of giving my child my death sentence of a disease. And yes, I say death sentence. I say death sentence because death comes naturally to most people. But to people with sickle cell, it's a lot more painful. The journey to death is a lot more painful. Don't get me wrong, I love my life. I'm grateful for every day I get on this earth. But I could do without the pain crisis, without the suicidal thoughts of wanting my life to end, because the pain was so bad. It feels like it'll never end. Today is a very emotional day because it still reminds me that there's so much ignorance in the world about this disease, that there's still no cure, and that I still have to do my part to raise awareness in my community, to educate anyone who ever has a question about it. Come to me. Yes, I may get emotional and I may cry like I'm doing now. But anything you want to know, I will tell you. Because I'd rather give you the facts than for you to be misled by the myths that are circling around this earth about a disease that no one really knows anything about. And I will admit this all to you. I sometimes feel like a burden to my family and my friends. Because when I'm sick, I don't want to be around anyone. I'd rather just deal with it by myself. And at the same time, it feels like I'm alone. And even though I have a wonderful support system of family and friends who are always there for me, they will never know of the pain I go through every single day, about the horrible thoughts that run through my mind almost every minute of every day. The horrible things that Sickle has done to my self-esteem. I have insecurities like you would not believe, but I don't show them. I'm human. I make mistakes. And I don't date. I don't date because the last guy that I truly had feelings for and I dated left me because he told me he felt bad for me because I was always sick. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I was given this disease. I'm sorry that you will never understand what it's like to have this disease. And I'm sorry that you left an amazing person because you felt sorry for them because they were sick. In all reality, I love every single one of my friends and family. Because even though they will never know what it's like to have this disease, they have stuck with me through everything. They're there when I need to talk. They're on my shoulder when I need to cry. They mean everything to me. And yes, you don't know what it's like to live with this disease. No one does. But just the fact that you care enough to want to be there for me means more to me than you'll ever know. And yes, there are days I just tune the rest of the world out and I just sit by myself and cry. I'm not gonna lie. I have those days too. Except I think I might have more than a normal person. Sickle cell isn't something that's ever going to go away from me. I was pronounced dead before I was even given a chance to live. The doctors doubted I'd ever make it to be a child, to be able to experience the things as a teenager, and to even try to live my life as an adult. I prove them wrong every single day. And it's because my mom never gave up on me. Even when I gave up on myself. And I asked her one day, I said, Mom, if you had a genie and they could grant you any wish in the world, what wish would it be? She could have asked for anything. And she told me that I wish for them to take your pain away, so you don't have to feel it anymore. I know all of you probably thinking, oh, any mom would say that because they love their children. My mom isn't any mom. My mom's amazing. I don't know what I'd do without her. My mom has been faced with decisions no parent should ever have to go through. My mom has been told, don't get your hopes because she's not gonna make it. And I love my mom more than anything in this world. She's always been there for me, and I know she's the one person that I can always count on. Now, I don't always go to her with all of my problems. Like, I wouldn't go to her right now crying, because she'd probably cry too, but my mom's amazing, and I truly love her. And I want to get rid of some of the myths out there. For those of you who are ignorant to the disease, no, it doesn't just affect black people. Yes, it's more prominent in black people, but there's almost a whole country over there in India that people have the disease. So no, it's not just black. There are Italian people, Hispanic people who have the disease. So no, it's not just a black disease. So please stop saying that, because it's really not true. And even those people who have the disease still say this. And I pray for you to educate yourself more before you spread more lies about our disease. People are intimidated by our disease, and quite frankly, I am too. Because sickle cell is still not very well known. It's more well known than when it was first discovered. But sickle cell is the most commonly inherited disease in the United States. And half the population doesn't even know what it is. Now, you can ask my friends and my family, but anytime they have a question, or they want to ask me anything about sickle cell, they can come to me. I will never turn them away. I may cry like I'm doing now, but I will feel like a much better person knowing that they are more educated about the disease than they were before they came to me. Sickle cell isn't something I talk easily about. I cry all the time when someone even mentions it, and when they ask me what it is, I get very emotional. My heart sinks inside, my eyes get very teary, and my voice becomes very crackly, because sickle cell is something I've lived with my entire life, and it's not going to go away. And to you all, it's invisible. To us too, to us warriors, sickle cell is invisible because you can't tell we have it. Because we all look like you. We're normal human beings. We're just fighting an invisible fight within ourselves. And at times it feels like the fight may be over and that your disease has finally won. But all you have to do is keep fighting a little harder and know that it'll never be over. It's not over until we say it's over. And for me, my fight for sickle cell will never be over. I will fight till the death, till my life comes to an end. Because I'm not just a warrior of sickle cell. I've been a warrior of life. I've been a warrior of life because I've been told that you're never going to amount to anything. That no one will ever love you because you're different. Well, you know what? I'm glad I'm not like the rest of you horrible people in this world. Because I go through every day with a smile. Yes, sometimes tears might come with it, but I go through every day with a smile. And I've had people come up to me and they're like, "You're always just so happy. How is that?" And my response to them is always going to be, "Why are you so miserable? You get to live." And yes, I get to live, and it's a little more painful than the rest of your lives, but I'm still grateful for every day that I get on this earth. Because it's a new start at another day in life, and you never know what that day is going to bring. Who knows, one day I could wake up and there could be a cure for sickle cell, and I pray that that's very soon. And I pray that you all get tested. All you have to do is ask for a simple blood test, especially if you're of the African American race, Hispanic, or if you're Italian, Caribbean, whatever you call it. If your family originated from the Mediterranean Sea, such as Italy, like Spain, get tested. It's called a hemoglobin electrophoresis test, and it will tell you everything you need to know. There are more than 1 million carriers of the disease that have sickle cell trait. and none of them really know. But certain stress brought on by life can actually make a person with the trait feel like they have the disease. And I've always had people ask me, what does it feel like to have sickle cell? I could never, ever accurately explain how it feels to have your body destroy you from the inside. To have pain so bad that you want to rip off every single limb on your body. To have pain so bad that you want to take a gun, put it to your head and pull the trigger just so the pain will end. I can never accurately explain how that feels. Although I can give you a little description. Say one day you're walking and you see a bench and you go to sit down and you try to get up from the bench, but your legs won't move. And you don't know why they won't move, and then they start to hurt. It starts to feel like someone is burning you, someone is stabbing you, and someone is messing with your heart from the inside of your body. Because when I have a sickle cell crisis, every time my heart beats, the pain gets worse. Because the blood is pulsing through my body. I've had a sickle cell crisis everywhere from my tailbone to my feet. And I've actually had full body crisis where I've been so paralyzed I can't even move, and I've had to get someone in my family to carry me to my car and take me to the hospital. Granted, those aren't my proudest moments, but just knowing that I have people there who support me and who are always there for me means a lot. And I know I spent most of this video crying, but this isn't something I talk very easily about. It's not something that I would just go up to a stranger and say, hey, you know, I have sickle cell, do you want to know about it? No. I mean, granted, if a stranger came up to me and asked me what it was, I would probably tell them, because I want the whole world to know that it does exist. It is not invisible. And yes, people can live normally with this disease. Granted, it's not going to be as easy as most of you, but we can live. We can strive. And we can be anything we want to be if we just put our minds to it. No matter what disease you have. Cancer, multiple sclerosis, scoliosis, anything. Sickle cell, thalassemia. It does not matter. If you have the will to fight for your life, like I've done on many occasions, you have the will to achieve anything in this world. Anything at all. And you know, my dream isn't to own a nice house, to have a big car, to have, you know, a lot of money, to be famous. My dream is simply to wake up one day and not ever have to feel pain again. To wake up and to know that I'm cured and no one in this world will ever have to feel the pain of sickle cell anemia again in their life. To wake up and know no child will ever have to know the pain that I dealt with when I was younger because of sickle cell. To know no child will ever be ridiculed because they're different, because they have sickle cell, and because people don't know what it is. To wake up and to finally be free of sickle cell anemia. Now, I want you all to do me a favor. Today's June 19th, 2012. And yes, I just made this very personal video about my life. Many of you know me, but you don't know my story. And you've heard the things that I've gone through, but you can never begin to understand. And I'm glad. I would never wish this pain on my worst enemy, because the pain is so crippling that there are days you want to take your own life just for it all to end. So I want you all to do me a favor. You may know me, you may not. Next time you see me in the street, give me a hug. Tell me you're happy that I'm alive. Because some days I don't feel happy to be alive. Granted, I'm very happy. I love my life more than anything, and I want to change my experiences for the world. But I hate this burden that I have to live with. every single day of my life. So here's my little favor that I want you all to do. Whether you know me, whether you don't, whether I'm just a friend of a friend or someone you've never met in your life, I want you to share this video. I want you to share this video of my personal pain in dealing with the disease. I want you to educate people, to raise awareness. And for all the sickle cell warriors out there, we're not alone. Although I know there are a lot of days we do feel that we are. We're never alone because we have each other. And even though we might not all have the same experiences, we all have felt the same type of pain. I thank you all. I love you. I'm sorry if I made a lot of you cry because I made myself cry. And I honestly thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to watch this video. I was trying to make a short video, but when it comes to sickle cell and me, no short video would ever do. And this video won't do either. That's why I'm gonna tell you guys that I am writing my autobiography. It's gonna be titled What Lies Inside a Warrior's Heart. My personal story of faith, hope, courage, and overcoming the odds. So look for it because I will be publishing it within the next few years. I thank you again from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Spread the love. Happy World Sickle Cell Day.